Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. Everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We are back. It is the holiday season. As the kids would say, Christmas is starting now.
Tomorrow. Christmas starts tomorrow. On
I already got my tree up, lights up. I'm done. I'm ready to go.
I know. All my decorations are up too.
I'm already getting Christmas cards.
You're getting Christmas cards already?
Yeah.
Wow, that's super
Ben Dodge
early.
is always like right after Thanksgiving. I get like the day or two afterwards. He's like the first person.
Wow.
He's a quick getter out of the cards. He's like, I'm done. You're good.
Wow. Well, I wish I was that good, but I mean,
we got our Christmas cards made. I'm working on the list today. Double checking who's going to make the list this year, who's getting bumped off.
Oh God.
Like which friends do we not talk to anymore?
My rule is if I get a card, you'll probably get a card. But if I don't get a card, then you're probably not going to get a card for me in the future.
Yeah. Like I added Rocky I added Stephanie this year. That's why I told Stephanie. She's being added to the Christmas card list. Rocky is just getting one by association.
Well, it would be to both of them. They live together.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to put Stephanie first as a rib on Rocky because we like her better.
Oh, well, generally you put the female first anyway.
Oh, I did that. I put who I know originally first and then association.
I always put the female first.
It's Brian and Allison. It's John and Kristen. Because I knew you guys, and then the women came afterwards.
I always put the female first. I would put Kristen and John. I put Claire and Mark. I don't know why. Just how I like it.
I like to be odd. I like to be a little different.
Something.
Like with Claire's friend, she puts her friend's name first, and then their husband or whatever afterwards.
Everyone's got their own little thing.
All right, what yours Mark is in our Facebook that no one ever goes to.
Yeah,
puts anything up.
So we had CliffsCon over the weekend, which was awesome.
And it snowed the whole time. It was very picturesque.
It was flurries.
It was snowing, man. It wasn't flurries. I don't know if you couldn't see out the window where you were.
I saw out the window. It was just a little. There was nothing out there.
We were right against the window, but like it was really snowing there for a little while. We were like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. And then it started to taper down a little bit. We're like, oh, thank God.
And then it wasn't interesting because it was all gone.
No, because we just didn't want to drive back home in Matt's little car in snow.
Holding hands, screaming, no!
Yes, exactly. So I said to him, like, when I first got to his place, I was like, hey, are you sure we want to take your car? It looks like it's going to start snowing soon. He's like, no, we'll take my car. Then on the way there, it started snowing a little bit. And he's like, we should take your car. You have four-wheel drive. I'm like, yeah, you are driving a go-kart.
Are you guys new to New England? Like, it shouldn't.
No, it's just Matt,
it didn't do anything. It didn't make the roads messy. It didn't.
No. We were just busting each other. I was just picking on him and harassing him because he has a tiny car.
Mark's like, this is my first time in New England. We're getting a blizzard.
No, I will say, I said it to Matt on the way to the show. We were joking around, and I said to him at like a stoplight because we were laughing so hard. I said, the last time I was in a car this long and was laughing this hard was with Brian when we used to car vault. And I said, this is like very close to car vault level debauchery, craziness, comedy going on.
The car vault is something to behold.
It is. It's a guy thing, I think. I don't know if girls probably have it too, but it's more, I think women. And you get in a car with your friend and you just like haven't joked around for a long time and you just go off on tangents.
You unleash
stupid thing.
Yeah, you unleash.
Yeah.
I'm sure women have it. Maybe it's in the bathroom or something.
They have cars too, They can drive cars, Brian.
Yeah, but I'm saying they go to the bathroom together. So I'm thinking their bathroom vault. They Maybe. Just go. I think that's what it is. That's why they go in pairs, Mark. Come on, we don't go in pairs. They do.
I think that's more for safety.
Who's going to be in the bathroom?
I think it's on the way and back from the bathroom is what they're worried about.
No, that's like leaving a venue. Going from a restaurant into the bathroom isn't like safety. What do you think? The maitre d' is going to jump
Someone's going to tackle them, take them out.
The busboy, watch out!
Or snipers, maybe. Who knows?
Oh boy. Anyway, Mark, so Cliff was a success. I got to be in the big boy room. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sold a lot of cool stuff. Saw a lot of people. I'm glad I didn't get to shop because I would have spent money.
Oh man. Yeah.
So
It was. I found some interesting things.
yeah, I know you
I even
found some
bought
cool
stuff from you, and I think even bought back one of my own books. So there you go.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Moon Knight books weren't yours; those are mine.
Well, great. Because there was one that has the blue sticker on it. It looked like my handwriting.
You've never
I don't know
given
if
me
that
any
was from
comics.
Jeremy's dad's thing or something, maybe.
I
But
don't know. I know. Um,
it was just funny. It doesn't, no big deal. It's like
yeah.
whatever.
The
But
Moon
it was
Knight
a free
stuff I've
book I got
had.
anyways, so it didn't really matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good. It was a good show. I'm glad I got to do it finally. I paid for that table back in 2019.
Yeah.
Time
I
flies
found some
by.
fun things. Yeah, let me grab. I just want to show it to you. Keep talking, Brian. Words.
Mark's gonna get up and show me something, but we got a lot to talk about in today's show. We have Spider-Man news. We have Book of Boba Fett news. We're gonna talk about Hawkeye episodes 1 and 2. So if you haven't watched those, might spoil some things. And when Mark gets back,
I'm right here.
okay.
I wanted to show you my haul. They got some fun things.
All right, what do you got?
So Matt Ryan found a booth. It was right across from your booth, actually. Not far from your booth.
Yeah.
These guys had like a little toy chest on the ground. And inside it were like a bunch of old like digest type books. So Matt bought like everything they had of the digest.
Yeah.
They're like the small, they're like Archie sized.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. So he bought a bunch, and I went back, and when I bought some other stuff, I bought some stuff from them, and I found a Batman one, which was epic, and ended up giving to Matt for his birthday because he was like, I can't believe I missed that one. I want that one. But this was a double that he had bought by accident. So now I said to him, you've started a bad precedent because now I'm going to start collecting these too, and we're going to fight each other to find them. So, but they did have, because that was a DC thing. DC used to do the small, like digest like that.
Yeah.
But Marvel used to do like novel version types, and they're like full on color, like groupings of stories, which is very awesome. So I got a Captain America one, which you just saw, and this is the one I was excited about. It's Amazing Spider-Man one.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the back, it's got all the villains and everything.
The Rogues Gallery.
Yeah. So, and then this is the one I found. I think I showed this to you.
Yeah.
They had a Empire Strikes Back.
That's awesome.
It's a full movie adaptation.
There might be extra scenes in there. You should read that.
I'm going to, yeah. And then from your booth, which I'll show first, you had, which I found out after the fact from talking to Matt Ryan, 2 different series of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So this is the original series of Moon Knight.
Yep.
Issue 11. So now I got to start collecting those. And then this was the newer, not new, but newer version of Moon Knight, issue 1, issue 2.
Yep.
So I'm going to start collecting those now. Because as it's always good to do it when the show's about to come out. That's a good time to start collecting something when the price goes through the roof.
Right before, well, you want to get now.
Right before. So I'm going to hit now before the show comes out.
Right.
But I also always liked Moon Knight because he has the same first name as me and it's spelled right. So, and then at Scott's booth, because I always like to check out what Scott has because he always has fun things. He was doing half off everything, and he had a Scotty Young Amazing Spider-Man book.
Nice.
I love Scotty Young's covers, so I'll probably never read the book because I don't really follow it, but I like the cover, so I bought that.
Yeah.
And then I went on Saturday. I went to Bill's place, the Zombie Hideout, and I found a couple books that I thought were cool. I feel like I'm Eddie from the Pat Cave right now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Batman: A Long Good Night special.
Long Halloween.
Long Halloween. I always keep saying Long Good Night.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually a real good one.
It is really good. I liked it a lot. And it looks like they're gonna keep going with it by the way the book ends, which would be interesting because after watching the movie, it made me interested about the Long Halloween. And then this was a book. Well, I was at the Zombie Hideout. I'd found the Long Halloween, and I turned around and Matt Herring was there.
Oh wow, we
from
haven't seen
former
him in a while.
podcast fame, and he just finished his Black Sabbath book that he'd been working on for a year and released it. So he was just there buying comics because his wife was getting her nails done, and he was just box diving. Then he turned me on to this, Fate of the Flash. And I'm not a Flash guy, but he's like, you need to read this book. That's really crazy the way they do it. In the first 3 pages, Captain Fate breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
And through the whole story, and then like Flash, then he makes Flash break the fourth wall. But through the story, it makes you like you have to do things to make the story go along. Like they tell you have to turn the book, and like the book, like actually the story actually changes directions and everything. And then at the end, it's like a code thing that you have to figure out. And like they say, all right, you have to go back into the story and find these symbols, and then you can move on with the book. So you don't have to, but it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
You have to go back through. You don't see them in the first reading through, which I didn't notice them.
Now, is that a series or is that a graphic novel?
So it's just a one-off issue of the Flash.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it
just
leads
one
into
issue.
a new story for the Flash.
Yeah.
It leads into Belief, which is I think the new Flash story.
Yeah.
It's gonna guest starring Justice League Dark.
Oh, Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
the
cool.
The story is written by Jeremy Adams, penciled by Fernando Passarin, and it's actually inked by the other Matt Ryan.
Oh, not our Matt Ryan.
Not our Matt Ryan, the other Matt Ryan.
The other Matt Ryan. That's a pretty good find. Good finds there, Mark.
Yeah. So that was my random haul for the weekend. I put this on so it doesn't fall. But yeah, so that was like, and I got my usual books too from Bill's that I have.
Right.
No, I thought that was, and I was pretty excited about those two, the novel and Marvel things.
Yeah, those are awesome.
I'm gonna start trying to collect those. I think he got a bunch of other ones, but I wasn't really. I don't know. I don't like collecting like things I won't actually end up reading down the road. Usually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm slowly just trying to just go the graphic novel and then get rid of the single issues. Unless I have a number 1 and it's worth something, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to slowly convert a lot of my series just to the graphic novels and get rid of the single issues.
Space.
Yeah.
I did find at Zombie Hideout, they started a new series of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And they had issue 5 there, so I grabbed issue 5 from the Hideout, and then did a little online hunting and found 1 through 4. So they're on their way here. So
nice.
As soon as those come in, I'll actually start reading the series because I don't like jumping in.
Well, who does?
Very anti-jumping in.
Well, it's a continuing story, so you would be lost. You'd be so lost.
And it's also like I don't know, and I like find it less with Marvel than I do with DC. Like DC, like you can't like that Fate of Flash book was just a random grab because I wanted to see what they were doing with that book, but it's like I don't know. Like I said, that's 776 issue. It's like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm reading. I'm gonna go out and buy 775 books.
Well, all like Marvel and DC, they usually do short little stories. So you could jump in and be like, oh, this story started a couple issues ago, and I'll get those, and then the story will end, and then the next issue will come out, and then like You know,
Well, at
you
least
could
like that's how,
either
yeah, like Marvel
you get
does that
sucked
though. Like
in.
with Star Wars, they've like restarted the numbering
Yeah,
each time they start like a major
right,
story. And that makes it a little bit more palatable because you can be like, okay, it's at issue 4. I can find 3 other books.
right.
But with
Totally.
Flash, it's like I'm not gonna like it's more of a visual thing
Yeah,
when you're shopping at the comic book store. It's like some stories look cool, but it's like I'm not gonna jump into that because there's like Batman is a classic example. It's
yeah.
like it's at like almost 1,000. It's like I'm not gonna jump in now. It's like
I've been reading Batman still, and yeah, it is in the thousands. But they did restart once, but then they
yeah,
brought it back to the current number. Um, but yeah, it all
yeah.
depends. All right, Mark. Anything else? Anything else in your week? Did you finish Cowboy Bebop?
I did finish Cowboy Bebop.
Don't say I gotta jump back in. He-Man, you finished?
I finished He-Man
When do you find time to watch all this stuff?
at night when Claire goes to bed.
See, I'm going to bed at night. I don't stay awake.
I just like use a couple because she goes to bed pretty early compared to when I go to bed. Like she goes to bed around 10.
You go to bed around like 3 in the morning.
Well, I go to bed around like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I got like a couple hours. I'm like, okay, I got a couple hours to catch up on shows.
I can't do that.
Or I'll watch during lunch. Watch a couple other shows.
Or during work, watch a couple shows.
No, I don't have time to do that anymore. But no, He-Man was easy, quick.
Yeah.
There were quick bites. You can get through those pretty quickly.
I'll probably try to watch that this weekend because it's only 5 episodes. So
It's like 5 or 6, I think. I can't remember exactly.
It's like what, 2.5 hours maybe?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was really good though. I suggest you watching it. It
Well,
goes in unexpected turns.
yeah, I'm hoping to watch as we can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But let's move away from.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving though? Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving at your place?
Yes, Thanksgiving was great. Of course, it was busy getting the house ready, and then doing other activities, and then having Thanksgiving, and then Black Friday. We went up to like 3 stores at night, and everything was empty. Like it was not a Black Friday of years ago.
Exactly. That's what I was like. I said that to Claire because I ran the Lowe's on Black Friday because we got our tree Black Friday. So I needed a new wire for the tree, like a new extension cord, because one we had was getting kind of old and beat up. So I was like there, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, usually they have like televisions and like big products out on like the hallways, and there was like nothing. There was like no real anything going on. It was kind of strange.
It was empty. Like we went to a couple places at night, and the stores were not that packed at all. Like I feel like everybody did it online, and
we did a lot of online stuff.
Yeah, so did we. So it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of nice not having to go to a store, especially during a pandemic. I don't want to see more people.
Yeah. We got our tree on Friday. Then Thanksgiving Day we went to Claire's sister's house and had it over there, which was nice. It was just us and them, so it was a small little get together, which was nice. But Claire made the best turkey I ever had in my life.
That's always good.
Yeah. She had a new process.
See, you guys cooked the food and you brought it over to the host's house, which is usually unheard of. I've never heard of such a thing.
I had never either, but you learn not to argue.
The host cooks.
It'll be that way next year. That's what I said. That's the last time I'll be hauling a turkey across town, a cooked turkey in my car.
Right.
Smelling it all the way there.
The way you worded that, I pictured you actually cooking the turkey on your engine block while you're driving over.
It's like, need a little more oil. Raise the sucker up.
For me, real quickly, because we got some news to get into. Me and Allison, we got really sucked into on HBO Big Little Lies.
Claire loved that show.
Dude, we watched both seasons in a week. We watched, this is unheard of for me. I was so into it. We watched the final 3 episodes last night in one sitting. Usually I'm not a like, but it's just so freaking amazingly.
She was into that.
fantastic.
You should try on Hulu. Claire was really into Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah,
Was
I
the name
heard
of it?
about it.
Yeah, she was really into that show.
Yeah, check it out.
And then
But
there was one also, the Nicole Kidman one, Nine Strangers or something. With like Melissa McCarthy's in it and a bunch of
right.
other people.
Yeah.
She said those are both really good. She was really into those.
I'll check it out. But yeah,
Yeah.
Big Little
Little Fires
Lies.
Everywhere was based off a book that Claire that I'd gotten her
Oh, okay.
for
That's
Christmas, I
cool.
think, like 2 years ago. So
But Big Little Lies, I can see why it won tons of awards. It
yeah.
is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. And then the Nicole Kidman Hugh Grant show was really good too. That was, I think, on HBO Max too.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but she was really into that too.
So we plowed through that show, and we're waiting for season 3 of Succession to come to an end so we can watch that because that's another great show. Yes, it's fantastic. All right, let's get into news, Mark.
Okay.
We got news. Okay, so
Spider-Man broke the internet.
This is gonna talk. We're gonna talk about scalpers are now selling Spider-Man No Way Home tickets for thousands of dollars.
Why?
They are being sold.
You can still get tickets. Like,
I know, but
you don't need to like buy them from scalpers.
So what happened was they
this
went
whole
on
AMC
sale.
thing.
Well, hold on, Mark. Hold on. Let's back up.
All right.
Tickets went on sale Friday AM, Thursday night, at midnight. So what happened was AMC, all the ticket people crashed. Not just AMC, all Cinemark all crashed.
Everything broke. I tried getting tickets. It was not happening.
They've said they haven't had a crash like this since Endgame and Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So basically, I was just like, I'm not going to stay up till midnight. I got up at 6 in. I got my tickets, no problem. Then I go to look at your our text thread, and you're like, it's crashed.
Yeah.
And
I stayed up till 2 o'clock waiting to see if they'd fix it.
But we just bought them.
Well, because I wanted to be one of the first ones to get tickets.
What does it matter?
I don't know. It was just a thing.
It's funny because
I was already up anyways, so it wasn't like it was a.
We're going to Enfield and row M. It's funny because I bought mine, you got yours, John got his. I bought an extra one for Jeremy Hutzel. Our friend Dan, who was on vacation in wherever, I don't know,
South America somewhere.
So he's like, I have no internet, I can't buy them, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, do you want me to buy them for you? Now I'm walking on my lunch, and he goes, yes, please. So I'm logging in, doing all this stuff. And then I go back to our text. I go, I bought you 2. And he goes, the text before that, no, stop. I'm going to try again. And then he's like, I got him. Like, why would you say yes if you're going to try?
So now you have 2 extra tickets you don't need.
No, I got refunded.
Oh, okay.
I got refunded. I'm like, you're pissing me off, man. I'm like,
I hope I didn't buy tickets and there's 2 randoms next to me now because there was a space. When did he buy his?
I don't know, Mark. He bought him yesterday. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Then there was still all the seats in between you and me were purchased by then.
Well, John bought his before you.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 tickets. And then so Dan and his mom, and then Rocky's not going.
Yeah, Rocky's going to be working or something.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a group. Our group is going, but I'm excited.
And I'm bringing Mariah for her Christmas present. So
well, there you go. And the theater, it's so funny how row M just filled up and everybody's sitting in the middle, and now it's expanding. But I honestly think this is going to be the biggest movie of the year. It's going to do buco bucks. And I
don't know if you noticed. I went on the site to get my ticket. I don't know if you saw it when you did yours.
Yeah.
They start doing showings at 3 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah, but I can't do that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I was like, I haven't seen that in a long time. Where they're like, we're doing them
Yeah.
in the afternoon just to make sure everyone has a chance to get them.
Well, yeah, there's a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. I'm just glad we're going on Thursday because I don't want anything to be spoiled. Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
me
I
neither.
know
There's literally
that
like
we,
3 showings before us.
yeah,
Yeah, so here's the showing that we're going to. Here is what the map looks like right now. It's like there it goes.
yeah, yeah. See, everybody's sitting right in the middle.
Like
Yeah,
no one's bought any end seats. Everyone's just there's 2 seats in the middle that are like alone.
right. And there's plenty of seats. So I don't know why scalpers, but this is what's happening. People, I don't know if anybody's actually paying 100. There's some listings are $100. One listing, believe it or not, is $2,500,
Well, there
$25,000.
is like I don't know, like I was saying, I don't know if this has to do with the whole AMC thing, or AMC for the certain amount of people that go to the first showings, they're gonna give them like free NFTs.
Oh God, fuck NFTs.
So I like don't know if that's what it is. Is that they're selling those tickets to get an NFT?
Maybe that could be it.
But I don't
Why?
know.
Who
I
gives
don't
a
even.
shit?
I'll admit
I
right now I'm officially like I said. I think I said it to Matt Ryan on the way to.
I steal
Annually.
NFTs. I right click on my computer and then I have it for free.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm. I knew I'm officially old. I don't understand NFTs or what they are about or
They're not good.
anything to do with them. Like
It's
how like
it's it's a scam. It's a scam. Or it's you're scamming people out of their money
yeah,
for
the cost
nothing.
of them and things. I don't understand it. Like I
And
saw
they're
like
blockchain.
someone on the metaverse sold a yacht, a fake yacht to somebody for like $600,000 over the
It's so
weekend.
stupid. So there's a
Uh,
blockchain that connects it. So there's like computers somewhere that basically are connected to an NFT, and these NFTs cannot be like it tells you if it's the original or not. But the problem is when you have all these NFTs, then you have to have all these computer housing somewhere
computer
that's like
farms.
that's blockchaining this together. And people, I haven't looked into it myself, but I hear a lot of the conversation saying it's really bad for the environment because now you're overloading these computer farms to keep the blockchains connected to these NFTs. That's how I understand it. I could be so wrong on that.
Yeah,
But that's what I hear the conversation is. But
it's just
you're
to me
wasting your
it's like
money. You're wasting your
NFTs.
money.
It's like everything. It becomes uncool to me, like a hip thing when like corporate entities are like making things. Like the WWE has released special NFTs. Now the
Taco
NFL, I was
Bell
watching the
has.
NFL over the weekend, and they're like now having like commemorative NFT tickets that they're selling.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, ship has sailed. It's like
Taco Bell has them.
this
Everybody
is
has
like
them.
peaked, and now it's gonna start.
And I'm sorry,
Kind of like Bitcoin.
right,
I don't understand that either.
I can right click on all those images, save in my computer, and guess what? I give two shits if it's
Yeah, I
the
don't care if it's the
original or not.
original one. What
I
is
don't
that? Like you
fucking
don't get
care.
money if someone uses it. It's not like you have the trademark to that image.
That the whole point of NFT is that you own the trademark to that image.
Yeah, but what are you gonna chase people down who use it and be like, hey, you can't use that?
I think it's because it's linked with the blockchain, so then you would know. So I don't know. It's above my pay grade, but all I gotta say, it's a scam.
Goes over my head.
It's a scam, and you're wasting your money.
Like cryptocurrency. When Matt Damon starts pushing it, you know it's hit the
right.
And
So
Tom Brady is selling cryptocurrency. Ship has sailed.
Right. Anyway, Spider-Man tickets are being sold for very expensive on eBay. You can get a ticket for opening night $100 to $200, all the way up to $25,000.
Or just go to a theater who has it showing and just see it for the regular price.
Right. Over the weekend,
I don't get that. That's like I don't understand the whole that scalping of a movie ticket. There's multiple movie theaters. Like it's only being available in that one movie theater.
It happens. It happens all the time, Mark. You know it does. It's like an NFT. I think you have a good point, though. It could be the NFT thing that's driving the market there.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, Marcus, I didn't watch it yet. The Book of Boba Fett message trailer dropped.
Oh man, it's not long. It's only like 15, 20 seconds, I think.
Should I watch it right now?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really give you much. It doesn't really say anything.
Oh,
It just has cool stuff in it.
all right. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna say I'm. Book of Boba Fett starts like right around Christmas time.
29th after Christmas.
All right, so
New Year's.
Hawkeye is going to take us until Christmas, and
Yes.
then that will take us to the New Year. So
Yes.
I can wait. I don't want, just like Spider-Man. I'm avoiding all TV trailers. I'm avoiding anything else. I just want to see the effing movie. I don't care about.
This is the first Star Wars thing that's going to be a Wednesday. That seems to be the new Disney Plus thing now.
I don't like Wednesdays. I forget every time.
I forget constantly. Like Loki, I forgot like 90% of the time. That I forgot, and I forgot Hawkeye. Like,
is Wednesdays?
Yeah.
I will end up watching it on Friday.
Yeah, like episode 3 comes out tomorrow.
No. Wait, today's Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Oh my God, I don't know what today is.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of Hawkeye, Hawkeye episode 1 and 2 drops.
Yes, they did.
On Disney Plus. There's 6 episodes.
Yes.
We might spoil some things. I mean, nothing major has happened yet to really spoil, but if you haven't watched the show, stop now.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I think overall episode 1 and 2 is a great start. I'm really enjoying it. I think they did something really smart. Finally, two things, Mark. I want to go back to A Force Awakens, and I'm even going to go back to Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
You give us this character who just knows things. A little girl, right? They just know how to do things.
Yeah.
And no explanation, and they should not have any idea how to do these things, but they just do it. Yeah. Hawkeye is doing it right in this aspect. I like the fact that Kate Bishop doesn't know what she's doing. She's stumbling, but she's learning. She's being taken under.
She also does know some things because they did the little backstory
but
thing.
But she's a teenager. She's self-taught.
She's 22. She's not a teenager.
She's still learning, Mark.
Yeah.
My point is this. My point is they're bringing someone young in who's learning the ropes. She thinks she knows it all, but she doesn't. Yeah. And she's learning by example. And she's looked up to Hawkeye the whole time.
Yeah. I love how they connected the origin story of Kate Bishop to the original Avengers movie.
Yeah, that was cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. It kind of gave the reasoning why she's wants to be who she's going to end up being.
You know, let's go to that scene for a moment, because I don't know if you had the same thing that I did, but a part of me is just like, man, I miss those days of the beginning of the MCU.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I can go back and for the first time, because it was so simple. It was just a movie every 2 movies a year. Now we're just getting like shows and movies constantly, and there's so many things going on. But back then it was just so simple, and I kind of was like, oh man, I remember being in the theater watching that and how excited we were. I wish I could go back to that, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of
cool. You like the sinking
that
feeling that someone that was that young in 2012 is now like 22 years old in present day.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, oh god, I felt like that movie just came out like a few years ago, and it was.
I know.
A long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Oof.
But I liked, you have the jumpsuit guys, Armenian.
Jumpsuit Mafia, Tracksuit Mafia.
The Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah.
Which was really fun. They got their own poster, by the way.
It's all Russian guys. Yeah.
Which was humorous.
We got to see the throwing of the Molotov cocktail scene, which I was excited for.
That was a cool scene. I like how it's about the suit. She puts the suit on just to get away from them.
Yeah.
And then Hawkeye's like he's. It's funny how Hawkeye sees it on TV, and then he just instantly knows where they are, and he just shows up. He's like, "That's
he's
where
got skills."
Hey, let's talk about Captain Marvel the musical. And how Captain America the musical, and they got it wrong. They put Ant-Man in there, and he's like, Ant-Man was never there. Like you can tell he's a purist. He's like, they got this whole thing wrong.
I'm not a purist. It's just that's just the truth. It's like put a character in them, like, but that's very Broadway-ish. Like, oh, we need to dress this up a little bit more and add more cast members. So let's throw this guy in, even though he wasn't even Ant-Man at the time.
And then he's watching it, thinking about how he lost one of his best friends.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Seeing Black Widow and like him just like you could see it in his face, like him like reliving that. Her sacrificing herself for him.
And I love how simple this story is. He just wants to be home for Christmas.
He wants to go home. He's John McClane.
Now it's funny.
Just want to go home.
He says it's 6 days away, and it's 6 episodes. So I'm like, is each episode almost like a day?
Yeah, basically.
I was thinking about that.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it feels like the first 2 episodes were like 2 days.
Yeah.
But so far I'm really enjoying it. I like how it's small stakes. It's nothing major. It's a fun little story.
Well, not yet. I think it might lead to something of bigger stakes down the road.
I think it's a small stakes. The small stakes is he needs to be home for Christmas. That's a small.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, but I think there might be something that comes along that might make it a bigger stake towards the end of the episodes.
Well, right now,
like in the trailer, they show him like basically ziplining across like Rockefeller Center. I think there's got to be some kind of big stakes involved to just be doing that.
Well, what I'm saying is he's not saving the world.
No.
He's not going to save New York City by himself.
It's just him trying to fix his own mistakes, basically.
Well, he's trying to fix Kate Bishop's mistakes.
Because he's trying to fix the whole thing with Ronan that never got, like, no one ever knew who Ronan was. So
I know, but
when she dons the suit and comes back as Ronan,
and whose mistake was that? Kate Bishop.
Well, I mean,
yes, it was. I mean, if
in the long run, it was
Kate Bishop.
Jeremy Renner. It was Hawkeye's mistake for becoming Ronan, and then just kind of like hanging up the costume and then just leaving the costume after the whole Endgame situation, not going back and finding it, and just leaving it there for people to just take and auction off at some.
If it was auction off, someone would have it. Nobody would know any difference. Kate Bishop puts it on.
Well, I don't think that's true.
Somehow it's Kate Bishop's fault.
Because the Tracksuit Mafia was coming to break into that auction to get, I think, that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they didn't make it clear. Like, well,
I think that's what the thing will be, is that they knew that the Ronin suit was being sold there, and they figured Ronin would be there. The guy or whoever was being Ronin would go there to get his stuff back. So I think that was like roundabout. That'll be part of the story, I think. Because I think in the second episode, at the end, where that girl's in there with all the noise and everything, I think that's Echo.
Oh, which part?
At the end of the second episode?
Well, at the end, they're captured, aren't they?
They're captured, but there's that girl, and the guy comes in and is like, "Hey, we got both of them."
Yeah.
And she's like, all the music's playing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Kingpin's daughter. So.
Yeah. So that should be interesting.
Yeah. Again, brought people into the thing of, they're going to bring Vincent D'Onofrio back as Kingpin.
They're not.
Which I know annoys you, which is why I brought it up.
It's so annoying. Oh my God. At ClipsCon, hearing people, I heard this one guy.
I can't wait to see Charlie Cox and Spider-Man as Daredevil.
No, Joe. First thing I heard some guy talking about Spider-Man trailer, and then he goes, "Yeah, they're bringing Charlie Cox back." And some guy's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, it was in the trailer and everything." And the guy goes, "Really? I didn't see that." He was like, "Well, yeah, I'd have to watch it again, but I'm pretty sure I saw him." And I'm like, "Oh my God!"
It's a reflection of someone's glasses.
You didn't see Charlie Cox because he's not in the movie.
We don't know. You can't say that. Because you don't know.
We don't. Allegedly. People think he is. But
Allegedly. Yes.
Watch. I'm going to be doing a lap dance on John.
You're going to be doing a lap dance on John and Denny's. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Charlie Cox, I don't think is going to be showing up. I believe Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire could be making a cameo, but I
Oh
don't
my
believe.
god! If I have to hear one more person like breaking down the trailer to be like, "Oh, that scene where he's diving after Mary Jane, his glove is different than it is."
Yeah,
in
that's
the
going to
parts
be
of
Andrew
it."
Garfield.
So that's
gonna be
Andrew Garfield trying to like save her because he couldn't save Emma Stone's character.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be Andrew
like
Garfield.
okay, but I don't think we need the. Or this other costume is Tobey Maguire's costume from this movie and blah blah. It's like, how about you get a life and just wait for the movie to come out and then find out instead of trying to be the one person that I figured it out. I'm the one that figured it out. Cool. Way to break down a trailer clip for clip to try to figure out what's going on in the movie.
Mark, I hate to tell you, that's what we did. We broke down.
Not that bad. I've seen some online that it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, hey, gives you clicks. So anyway, back to Hawkeye.
Yes.
I think the first 2 episodes overall, I
like the lightness of it.
Yes, it's fun. Yeah.
I am still on the fence about Haley Steinfeld. I don't know if I'm never been a huge fan of hers.
What have else? I've never seen her in anything else. I didn't even know who she was until the show.
You are so old.
I'm the same age as you, Mark.
I know, but you're older than I am mentally. You don't have any like idea who Haley Steinfeld is?
No.
You know Dua Lipa, but you don't know who Haley Steinfeld is.
Yeah, I know who Dua Lipa is because I like her music.
Haley Steinfeld does music too, you know. Just like Dua Lipa. It basically sounds the exact same thing.
I've never heard a song, and
she was also in Pitch Perfect.
I saw it.
And the third one.
Wait, Pitch Perfect? That movie came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, she was in the third one.
I never watched past one.
Yeah, she was in the third.
I'm like, it's the.
And she was also in Bumblebee, Brian.
I don't know what that is.
That's Transformers movie with John Cena.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I've never seen the.
She's been in a bunch of other things besides that, but those are the 3 things that
I like her. I think she's good so far. I mean,
I do too. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just the thing with her, the scenes with her mom. I don't know if it's her mom that I don't like the character, the acting of it. I don't know.
Oh, she's great.
She's
an amazing actress.
And the obviousness of the stepdad of being just an obvious bad guy.
Oh well, yeah. Come on, yeah. He reeks of.
It's like no one has a mustache like that. Is not a bad guy.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree.
Like a consummate bad guy mustache.
Yeah, he reeks of bad guy.
He's got this like the schmarmy,
yeah,
like Latin character.
He's got the swagger, man. He's got the bad guy swagger.
He's like not even like a good bad guy. He's just like an idiot bad guy. You can tell he's like the duncy bad guy. That's like the henchman for some other guy.
Right. Totally. I agree with you there. I mean, it's not
obvious. I read a book about being a stepdad. Oh God, stop. Just stop. And who has a sword on their dining room table as they're eating a meal? I know you're into sword collecting, but that's just a little bit too far.
Well, when you're
I don't put the Millennium Falcon on my dining room table when we're having dinner. It's like I'm into Star Wars. I hadn't noticed.
Oh, I really like the Millennium Falcon. When I eat dinner, I like to use it as a gravy boat.
Yeah.
Put my gravy in it. I don't know.
Another thing that I found was weird. These are just small things that I'm watching it being like, this makes no sense to me. They're living in that house. The whole thing with Avengers happens. Part of their house is blown off the building. And the father is killed in that explosion.
Yeah.
I would think if you like they have money, that's how you could tell they looking at the fact that they have a apartment in New York with stairs means they have money.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you move somewhere else?
Wouldn't
that be traumatic for Kate's character to live in that house knowing her dad, and then going back and when they renovate that room?
I think they were living in
a new room my dad died in.
I think they were living. Well, she had her own place, a little hideout.
Yeah, later on in her life, but I mean, she grew up in that same apartment.
Yeah, but they would have to get a new place. That apartment was they probably destroyed that apartment building.
No, that's the same house, the same place.
No way.
Yes, the stairs are exact same stairs from the beginning scenes to when they go, but when she goes back
The
to visit her.
structure of that building is destroyed. There's
I
no
know, that
way
was
you're
my thing. It's like it
rebuilding.
was like it'd be like moving back into the building that the Ghostbusters happened in after that all happened. It's like,
There's
oh,
no
we just
way.
remodeled it and now it's fine.
Yeah, like there's structure damage. Like
Oh,
the
there was like
whole
a whole
side
like
of the.
event here. Why am I gonna like? You would have
I
to.
felt like it was a different place.
No, if you go back and rewatch it from that first scenes of the series, and then to the part where they do the fencing scene, it's the exact same like foyer area.
Huh.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind. That kind of was like that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Okay, I didn't notice that. I just
Yeah.
assume a lot of these places look the same. So
No, no, no. Although I wouldn't mind having a place over top of pizza place. One of these like that would have been cool growing up.
ask Claire. You guys can move into a
No, I don't think we're gonna
above
be
above a pizza place.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like a meatballs.
I know it smells like a pizza all the time.
Um,
Let's talk about Pizza Dog. How cool is Pizza Dog?
the one-eyed dog.
Yeah, Pizza Dog.
Well, she gave him a slice of pizza, but
Well, I guess this whole story,
this is based on a graph. This is based on a comic.
yeah,
This is
based off a
on the
series of
Hawkeye
comics,
comic.
and in that comic was Pizza Dog. This was the character's name, Pizza Dog, and that's what because Kate Bishop just fed him pizza all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, so far, I mean, yeah, this graphic, the comics came out not that long ago, pretty recent. But I think they're doing a great job. I think I like Hawkeye. I'm so happy he gets his own story.
Yeah, and there's like I heard rumors, like heard things. I'm not sure if this is if they mentioned this during this show, but it would make sense because the amount of time it would take to come up with a musical based off Steve Rogers' life, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
That this takes place 2 years after Endgame.
They haven't given us a timeline.
No, but I think that's like I read that somewhere that Feige or the director said that this takes place 2 years after Endgame, which makes sense because it would take that much time to come up with a musical.
Yeah, well,
they're going to do it within like a couple months after Endgame.
Right, right. I mean,
this would be like
society
the first, like,
has been
jump. Yeah.
The society is kind of back to normal.
Yeah,
you know, the people
like
come home and
yeah, this is the biggest like time jump I think that we're gonna have from like the other series happened like basically right after Endgame or during Endgame, like Loki did. So
yeah, I don't know. And I mean, and then obviously Spider-Man. I don't know where it's going to take place in the timeline. But
well,
I'm sure
I guess it takes place like right after the last one, kind of like a couple months maybe after the last one.
Oh yeah, you're right, because it ends with Spider-Man being revealed to the public who it is, and then this is like
him dealing with
weeks afterwards. Yeah. So not that long.
Yeah.
But anything else, Mark, about we want to talk about the first 2 episodes?
For me, it's good. I'm into it. I like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that it's not so like you were saying, like major issues. We're not dealing with like Kang showing up or Scarlet Witch like going off the deep end, or
it's small stakes. It's a small, fun story so far.
This solution to this who gets the shield.
I will.
Very low stakes compared to those.
My prediction, though, I'm wondering if at the end of this, as a bonus scene, like near the very end, if we will see Black Widow's sister, because she.
I have a feeling that's like going to be the big.
That could be the ending. That little
last like episode or 2, like that's going to be the thing.
I don't think it's going to be part of the show. I think it's going to be a stinger at the end. I think we're going to get more of Juliette Louis-Dreyfus's character. I think she's going to show up.
That makes sense, because then you could also do the thing of like with Ronan reappearing, like they know like he was Ronan,
right? He will be exposed as being Ronan, right?
Yeah.
So I think my prediction that will be an like after the credits, mid-credit scene. We're going to get her character back. We're going to get a little bit more of this B Squad Avengers.
Well, so give me the
Yeah.
But then again, too, that would, I mean, if this really takes place that far after Endgame, that's going to be like she's been looking for him for 2 years and hasn't come across him yet. And you figured that would have
We don't know where that timeline took
figured
place
that out.
at the end of Black Widow. We don't know where that took place. So
Yeah. Well, she shows up at her grave. So
yeah. So I don't know. Well, nobody
and
knows.
he's wearing the Ronin suit when they shows her the picture.
But nobody knows that Hawkeye was Ronin. And
Well, no, but the
Ronin
picture that she showed her was him in the Ronin suit.
yes, yes.
So she
But
doesn't
he's
know
in
that
a
it's like her partner
right.
in the Avengers. She just knows of him as Ronin.
Ronin, right.
That's what Julia Louis-Dreyfus tells her that he is.
It doesn't know it's Cliff Burton. Doesn't know his real name.
Yeah.
He's under the radar.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a flashy guy. So nobody.
The return
really,
of Ronin,
right,
would trigger them to be like, "Oh, there he is."
put a spotlight on him.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. And I think that's what this whole story is about.
Yeah.
So I feel like we'll get that at the end at some point. I think.
Yeah.
That's my only prediction I have. I just want to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
I give the first 2 episodes together, I give it an 8 out of the old 1 through 10. It's an 8. It's a good start. I hope it will just get better and better.
Yeah, no, I'll give it an 8 too. Start, it's beginning of this series. It's not really nothing mind blowing happened. It's very, very introductory, but it is a cool way to kind of begin the intro of the next era of Avengers. I think that's what they're going to start doing with the Disney Plus series is like, here's who's taking over the spot for this person. And like they did with Falcon is now Captain America. Kate Bishop's going to become Hawkeye. When Ironheart comes out, that person's going to be the new Iron Man.
Well, we don't really know, but there was an interesting what the actress, I forget her name now. What's her name? Jerry Seinfeld?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. She was at a press junket and Kevin Feige was behind her.
Yeah.
And someone in the audience, I think this was like a con or something.
Yeah.
Asked about will there be Young Avengers? And she automatically, there's a video online.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. She just turns to Kevin Feige like this, like that, and he just gives her this look. So people are kind of insinuating it was like, why did she directly turn to him? She didn't answer the question. She just like
can I? Am I allowed to?
And he was just kind of like,
don't you dare.
So I believe from that one little thing that's online that there could be a Young Avengers happening with these characters.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're doing Miss Marvel next.
Right. Yeah.
They're kind of like setting the stage for all these like new people to take over.
And they're younger.
Young Avengers.
Yeah. Because you could still have the older
also
guys.
Setting up Clint to be like the new, like Nick Fury-ish kind of character for this Young Avengers group. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
Nick Fury still exists, though.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, and he's off doing the space stuff, like they showed in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But to do like have him be like their like Nick Fury-ish person, that's like their like leader person. Because I think they're definitely setting him up to be like the dad figure for all these.
Well,
characters.
for Kate Bishop, yes. I think we will get a Young Avengers. I think we'll have the older people that will still be the Avengers, the main. But I think a younger group, calling them the Young Avengers would make the most sense because then you can have two instead of like East Coast, West Coast. You can have Avengers and Young Avengers. So
it also makes you can have more big event movies.
Yeah, you can smaller event, bigger events.
Yeah, you can have Avengers. You can have the Young Avengers could be on Disney Plus. Avengers on movies.
Right. Merchandise.
Gotta make that moolah.
Yeah,
all about the green.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great clip. It's online, but she just turns around and Kevin Feige's just like. I
mean, they're kind of doing it themselves. Like they've kind of like done it without saying it because, like we said, they got Hawkeye, Miss Marvel's coming out next, and then she's gonna be teamed up with Captain Marvel. Right. Ironheart, I'm thinking they're going to team her up with Don Cheadle's character. like War Machine, so I think she'll be like connected to that. So each one of them have like their like, mentor person.
Totally.
She-Hulk will have Hulk. So you can kind of like collect all these characters together and have like their second
tier Avengers.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. I mean, I think we should wrap it up. It's been a good show.
Yeah.
I'm only saying let's wrap it up because I gotta have lunch and then I gotta go to work.
Oh,
I know, and I gotta edit this show. But anyway, I mean, Hawkeye, really enjoying it. I'll have to remember it's on Wednesday. So,
yes.
But I'll end up watching it on Friday anyway. And I gotta watch Cowboy Bebop. I gotta watch He-Man.
Yes.
We gotta talk about these things. I gotta watch them. So I'm hoping I'll have more time this week to do so.
All right.
Because Thanksgiving week was very busy. I collapsed. I went to bed at 8:30 on Sunday. I was just so freaking done on Sunday night. Yeah. I went to bed at 8:30 and I woke up at 6.
Yeah, I think I said to you on Sunday, I almost need like another week to recover from the week of Thanksgiving.
Seriously, it was busy, nonstop.
It was.
I don't think I had a day to do nothing. I didn't. That did not exist for me.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think my only quiet time right now is when I wake up until like 8 o'clock or 7:30. I have my own quiet time. Yeah, that's it.
See, I'm the opposite. I do it at night. Like I have it.
So I'm in the morning.
Yeah. That's why that's why we're so well together, Brian. The yin and the yang.
I watched Hawkeye both episodes in the morning. Like I watched the first episode at like 5:30 in the morning. I think I messed it all. Watched the first one, it was great. Then I watched the second episode at 6 in the morning.
Tired of thinking about it. Getting tired to think about it. Waking up that early. Oh man.
That's why
Sunday I got up that early. I was like, oh, this sucks. Why do people do this?
I don't do it on purpose. It's just the cats wake me up. Believe me, if I could sleep in, I would. I'm not bragging. It's not. I hate when people brag like, "Oh, I wake up at 4." Like, who gives a shit? You're an idiot. Yeah, I don't choose to.
You're supposed to be sleeping. That's why it's dark out.
I know. If the cats were not waking me up, I would definitely be sleeping till at least 7 o'clock.
What you could do is just not feed them until you're ready to feed them.
No, they start fighting on purpose, and then it just wakes me up. It wakes me up. I can't sleep.
Jerks.
Yeah, pretty much. But my body's used to it.
I'm pretty sure Allison sleeps right through it.
She does, pretty much. Yeah. I'm a light sleeper. I can't help it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
If a mouse farted across the room, I'd be like, what's that?
No
What's that?
Nope.
What's that?
Nope. I'm out like a light.
Yeah. I'm a light sleeper. So. All right, Mark, let's get out of here. We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week, hopefully with a Cowboy Bebop review. Maybe a He-Man review if Brian has time to watch both.
I'm going to try to watch He-Man at least because that's doable. That's doable.
So hopefully we'll talk about one of those next week. If not, we'll have something else to talk about. But stay tuned.
Hawkeye episode 3. Hawkeye episode 3.
Yeah, Hawkeye episode 3 for sure. Yeah. But all that and more next week. Everyone have a safe and happy week. Bye now.